about Ltimindtree. Q1 numbers were in line with estimates, but the stock is under pressure today. Kotak downgraded the stock, saying that it trades at full valuations of about 27 times forward multiple, plus the stock had gone up 24% in the last 3 months, and therefore they downgraded it, which perhaps explains why the stock is a bit muted today. We caught up with Venu Lambu, the Chief Executive Officer, Managing Director of Ltimindtree. Venu, thank you very much for joining in. Was Q1 largely in line with your estimates, and what can you guide for Q2?
Look, yes, the Q1 was in line with expectation. We grew 2% quarter on quarter on US dollar terms, and we expanded our margin as well, in line with the overall strategy that we have to double our revenue to $10 billion over the next 5 to 6 years. I think we've made a very promising start in that journey, right? And which is really an exciting period. And with regard to the momentum continuing into the subsequent quarters, absolutely. I find no reason why we can't continue the same growth momentum, and fairly confident about expanding our margin as well in the subsequent quarters.
Okay, so Q2 will be better, but what about the second half of the year being better than H1? Are you optimistic or confident about that?
Look, in second half, I'm actually, expecting that at some time in second half, we will have almost close to double-digit year-on-year growth, right? So we announced a very large deal at the beginning of the Q1, and we are almost at the final stages of announcing a couple of very large deals, and one of them can beat the record of a previous last deal that we announced. So all this momentum will carry, it forward towards the H2. And sometime in H2, we will have a year-on-year growth of closer to the double digit.
Okay, got that. Mr. Lambu, what has been the margin benefit so far under the Fit for Future? How much more do you think, what's your elbow room? How much more can you expand margins by?
Look, from Q4 to Q1, we actually increased our EBIT margin by 100 basis points, right? So if there was no one-off cost that we incurred, related to the visa and other things, we would have got the full benefit. But I'm sure part of that benefit will follow into the Q2 anyways. So we expanded it by 50 basis points in Q1. And I expect, over the next couple of quarters, we will at least achieve a 100 basis point margin outlook in our business. So the Fit for Future is going very well, not just on the cost aspect of it, agility, transparency, that we can bring in the processes, agentic adoption into our internal business models, and most importantly, how do we enhance our competitiveness in the marketplace by rebaselining the cost and increasing the agility in our, the way we respond to our client demand and so on. So with that, I'm fairly confident that we'll continue to improve our margin at the minimum of 100 basis points over the next couple of quarters.
Okay, so confident about growth, confident about margins improving. Some analysts yesterday thought you sounded a bit cautious on BFSI. Is that the case?
Look, I don't know what gave an impression of being cautious. I've been very optimistic about how our business overall, especially in the context of our $10 billion journey and doubling our revenue in the next 5 to 6 years. If there is a seasonal weakness of in a particular quarter in a year, it doesn't give any directional indication towards the growth of our business in the BFS, right? I mean, we have a very strong relationship with the BFS space. We support all the global banks and regional banks across different aspects of the financial services institution. So, there may be, a quarter here and there in our journey of, $10 billion where we might have some seasonally weakness quarter on some project coming up too early and so on. But otherwise, I don't see any material impact in the structure of the business that will slow down what we want to do.
What makes you confident about hitting this double-digit revenue growth at some point in H2? Because your peers are still talking about low, mid-single-digit kind of revenue growth. Is it purely, does your confidence stem from the deals that you won that are in the pipeline, or are you anticipating a turn in the macros?
Firstly, when when we talk about the order booking, I spoke about that we are almost in the final stages of announcing a couple of large deals. So that gives me confidence that we will continue the momentum of the order inflow of the same range of $1.6 billion at least that we have been delivering over the last few quarters. That to continue. That's number one. And number two is that at some point off in the second half, our aspiration is to get into the double-digit growth in a year-on-year basis. Is at the back of these last deals, and also the three big transformational initiatives that we're driving within the organization, right? So we are transforming our sales organization, with new capabilities and our ability to win deals, right from sourcing to the ability to close the deals. The second is our pivot to the AI-centric organization. We launched Blueverse, which is our agentic ecosystem for AI, and that has already gained traction. We actually got the first deal within 30 days of our launch on Blueverse. All right, and the third one aspect is that the Fit for Future program. The Fit for Future program actually makes us more competitive. Makes us more agile, and we reinvest the cost, and our ability to win large deals and still continue a profitable journey is possible as part of these initiatives. So there is a bigger picture that we have, and we're on that journey.
Final question then. You started this interview by saying that you're on track to achieve the $10 billion revenue aspiration, 5 to 6 years, which means about FY 30-31. What's the roadmap? Are you looking at any sort of acquisitions, anything imminent right now?
Well, acquisitions, is something that you don't make it as a part of the strategy. If it comes out, in your transformation journey, you evaluate it based on the value it offers to the clients and to our capabilities. So, and in the near time, there is no, such situation emerging, but we're always on the lookout for, potential companies which can bring a good synergy for us. But overall, as part of the $10 billion plan, we're working on our next 5-year strategic plan. I'll be able to share more updates, probably at the end of second quarter, on the strategic plan beyond this year.
Thank you very much for that. Sudeep, you heard the management of Ltimindtree. He's sounding a